My feet instead.
And yeah, it's not a Vactor stream unless we have tech issues. And this time it was music being distorted. Um, I I don't have anything for you folks. I'm sorry. All right, welcome. It's session 4. We're getting there. We're not session 50 yet, like Mistwalkers, or session like 40 plus, like Fixius, but we're getting there. We're about 10% of the way there. We'll always be behind.
Catch up eventually.
We'll catch up eventually, somehow. Yeah, 41 for Fixius. So let's go through our announcements. First one, sponsor, as always, for tonight is Canadian Dice, canadiandice.ca. Use the code THEVACTOR, all one word. Don't, as much as Cedar would love you to, don't use Dice Daddy because we don't, Vactor doesn't get a kickback for that. So, use the Vactor one to get 10% off your order. And the dice picker this week from Maggie is the Compass ones. The D20 actually has a liquid core, and the compass inside it does spin around. They're not magnetically accurate, but the compass does spin around, and that's fucking cool. Second thing on my list, the merch store at society6.com/. I'm going to do something because Artemis is like doing multiple things at once tonight, so I have to. Ta-da! There. Society6.com/Vactor. You can get some wicked designs like Half Orc Energy, the Vac Blob. I have the Like You Do mug, and the backpack. Actually, the backpack is over there on the floor that I was going to take to GaryCon, but things happen. And there are always some kind of sale or disc, site going on. Yeah. Okay, Effie. Damn. Next, you'll start calling me a murderer and stuff. Oh yeah, I've got to talk about MCC, haven't I? Tomorrow, usually we have Fixius, but everyone's busy doing other things. So Emily of Corvée Miniatures is going to run a special one-shot for y'all called Chaos in the Garden. And yes, you guessed it. They're all freaking garden gnomes. And General Chaos Demons.
Oh, that's not Afi.
That's not Afi. Okay, Artemis is in supreme command. Artemis has finally executed Order 66. Okay, schedule for the week apart from tomorrow. Saturday, good old Dungeon Daddy Rick. He is running Together Among the Stars, and this week his special guest is Emily, who's actually supposed to be scheduled this week and not just filling in. Sunday, Afi and Artemis will be over at DM Jeremy, this little house of chaos, about 7:30 EST, for more Legacy of Fire. Alakia. We're almost killing some of their players over there, folks. So let's go and do that. Sorry, what? I'm not advertising killing players. On Monday, we're back here 8:30 EST roughly. We start late for Mistwalkers. And Wednesday, Afi and Artemis will be over on Goodman Games at 9 PM for more Mutant Crawl Classics. And of course, if you remember what happened 2 weeks ago, I TPK'd the party. So they're starting completely fresh. Here we go. Artemis has started. She's like, no, if you TPK another crew, I will throw a shoe at you. I dare you to throw a shoe at me. Link, you missed so freaking much. You missed so freaking much last week. I killed a party with a nuclear fish robot. I don't think we have any other announcements unless Artemis suddenly tells me. So we are going to get right into it. And recap.
So, 2 weeks ago you played Minion from Megamind, basically.
Yes. That's basically what I played, except with a nuclear core and...
Well, we don't
Boom.
know what Minion's core is.
Yeah. But
He didn't set it off.
Okay. You and Pure apparently are super quiet. Duality.
In my defense, I was actually muted for most of that. Anytime the mic is up, I'm not talking.
I'm waiting on my sound check guru to tell me what's going on.
Better?
It's up to you.
But I will do what we did last time, which is switch it over to the webcam.
We can hear you perfectly well.
I blame Twitch, but this
I-
worked last time, so...
If you keep fucking calling me Linda, I will get my name changed officially changed to Linda instead of Sophia. God damn.
Not allowed.
Damn it. I've been overruled. Okay. Right. Let's start.
I
Go
already
on.
have you in my contact pretty nice.
You cut out, but I heard something about a pretty name.
I said I already have you in my contact.
You cut out again. We'll talk about this later at the same exact spot. So we'll talk about that later. Okay, I'm gonna get on to recapping because Link was suffering from ethereal sickness from handling a crystal of the goddess, and has now finally woken up and is trying to catch up with the rest of the party. Okay, how do I turn them up on my end? Because my desktop audio is at maximum. My desktop audio in Streamlabs is at max. So unless there's...
On me.
Oh, right. Oh, what on... Oh, yeah, Discord. Discord. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the camera... I'm gonna have to minimize the camera window, so it looks like we're gonna freeze just for a second. Probably, because this fucking piece of software is crap. Okay. Okay, there's an Alaric. I'm going to push you up to 150. And there's a Pure, who's also going to go up to about 150-ish. 149, whatever works. Okay. Now all of you... Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Get that guy from Channel 4 show, from Phone Jack or whatever it's called. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Now? How about now? Now? Let's play the freaking old commercials.
Yeah. Okay. And also, for the rest of you, unless it's just us watching this on Twitch, it's also helpful if poor Artemis is doing everything. If any of you, the rest of you who are in chat want to speak, feel free. unless spend some points, damn it. Make my life hell, or their lives hell, I don't care.
Mostly hers.
Thanks. Okay.
You and I are frozen still.
Okay.
My microphone is at max, so...
Boop. And boop. Okay. I'm back to normal, but apparently Akemi is not, so I'm going to fix that again.
I'm
There.
good now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right, I am genuinely going to start the
Let's play.
recap. So, last time you woke up, y'all were basically doing side jobs for the folks at Summerford Farms. Okay, I'm gonna have to push duality up to maximum. Give me a sec. gonna have to freeze the cameras again. Absolute maximum. There we go. 200%. They're at 200%.
Can anybody hear me now?
Cosmic power.
Yes.
Bitter in space.
Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna fix the cameras again. Why is it Links always Links always works and stays working throughout all of this, but I always have to reset all the other stuff. So
What can I say?
yeah, hacks.
Kind of ginger, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you're a ginger, I mean, I'm not a natural redhead, but whatever. Okay. So you're doing odd jobs for some of the farms, and Stelwern was giving you little tasks here and there, and you met some of his old his old crew from when he was a pirate, from when he was a captain, and you also met this crew of this leader of a band layabouts called Severin, who, if I remember correctly, Crayon punched him in the face and keelhauled him up to the inn, and he was clapped in irons for a bit, but someone let him out, and now Severin's gone. Severin was responsible for trying to basically shift some oranges and such and make a profit on the side, and you had to go and convince the gobbies to go give them back, and also you recovered some farming implements that have been turned into weapons, or about to be turned into weapons, from some pirates, and you've had great trouble doing so because the GM is still trying to fine-tune the combat. And then after that you went back to the inn to sleep. So everyone gets a long rest, just in case you need to do that, in case you used anything that's like one a day or whatever. So everyone gets that long rest, and then you wake up, and Severin is gone. And Stelwern is waiting for at least the three of you. Is Crayon awake and coming with, or is Crayon gonna take a nap?
We can drag him along if we wanted to. I have his character sheet.
Yeah, that might be wise for this one.
Okay.
So all four of you wake up, and yeah, you see Stelwern is waiting to have a chat with you. Which, I mean, you've seen this ugly mug of his for the last few days. You know that he's always waiting to give you some work, and you make a mental note to go tell Badaron to go take his employment and stuff him next time. But anyway, Stelwern is waiting for you, and yeah, I will let y'all go from there.
If I recall, we also had a bonus because, yeah, it was a +1 to all rolls for an hour because of
Yes.
Kemi making breakfast.
Yes.
Remember, right? Didn't Cherry give some inspiration or something in case that was not applied, or?
Yes, Cherry did get an inspiration. I think you both did.
Yeah, I applied. I made sure that Cherry had the extra inspiration from Artemis applying it. I made sure of that. I am just going to fix something real quick, and I can still be heard, thankfully. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Just making sure that that's working so that everyone can hear what I'm going to do later. And yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Delwyn's waiting for you out front, and I'll let you make the first move for a change. Be social. Yeah. And
Kemi is.
go on.
Okay. Alright. So, Kemi just kind of wanders out with an extra plate in his hand and passes it over. Like, here, I made an extra.
Well, thank you. But I think we got a bit of a problem on our hands.
Yeah?
Yeah. Severin's he slipped his bounds.
Made a run for it, huh?
Yeah. And I don't like what he might be up to. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've come to expect quite a lot from you fine folks. And you're not letting me down yet. But what I'm about to ask of you three, four, honestly, now that your magic-y friend is back up on his feet, what I'm about to ask goes beyond what I'd usually ask, so I will give you the option here of being like, nah, sod that. Something's wrong with the thing. Sorry, I'm having a little. Yeah, okay. There. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want to hear me out. I won't blame you if not. I will get the yellow jackets involved if I have to, but it might not be a pretty picture. You might be able to solve this a bit more tactfully compared to. Basically, put it like this: you lot are like a bleeding chirurgeon's scalpel. The yellow jackets are probably a bit more like a freaking hammer. So that's up to you.
Well, I'd say I'm down for it.
We can at least hear you out.
Pardon? What was that again?
We can at least hear you out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
Good.
she's already hit the sauce.
They've already hit the source. Somehow I'm not surprised. That's a good point. Did we roll for Shikayo's alcohol intake this morning?
I think we did.
And I think we figured out it was a mixture of the good stuff and the regular stuff, and
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a couple of bottles.
okay, I need to take the Gary Common thing out because that's past. Out of the slideshow at some point, maybe during the break. Right.
Bad kitty. Sorry, I'm scolding my cats. Don't mind me.
Okay.
They got into my breakfast foods.
Gotcha. Right. Well, I'll tell you something. It pleases me to have your ears. No, well, in your case, horns, but in their case, ears. Because, of course, for those of you who don't know, and all Ra's ears are their horns. So, okay. Well, you lot are no doubt well acquainted with that scoundrel Severin, right? Well, scheming scapegrace is at it again. Some letter came for him, and he's been sodding around like some kind of... he does it when he's up to no good, and I can tell. But he's rounded up his crew, and now he's buggered off. Just like I said, he slit the nest. Look, I've gotten used to his attitude and his influence. All right, but there's something different about this. There is absolutely something different about this time. If you take the letter that he got from 12's Nowhere and the fact that he's taken his crew, I mean, it's not exactly the most strongest of evidence to freaking call in the authorities, but he looked like he was in trouble when I last talked to him, like he was being hunted. Now, that's not usual for him. I think maybe he's gotten involved with someone he shouldn't have. So, I was hoping that we're getting on to my actual proposition. I was hoping that you four would go and hunt him down for me and bring his hide back to me. I know he's an ungrateful little cur, and he bites me arse every time he can. But to be honest, I was like him when I was his age, and he reminds me a bit of himself. So, suffice it to say, if he is being hunted, I don't really want to have to be burying him at sea. So that's my plea. Now, whether you want to go and take this on, or whether you want to call in the authorities yourself, is up to you. But you've done more than enough for the town. And I won't count on it. I won't begrudge you if you decide that enough's enough.
Just so we're clear, you're asking us, gestures to the Reaper, and the drunk dancer, and the blue maid, to bring him alive.
Yeah. To bring him alive. If he's around with ne'er-do-wells or something, you can do what you like with them. But him, I need him to come home alive. As much as a pain in the arse he's been to you lot as well.
I suppose we can make it work. What do you think, Shortstack?
And by short stack, I'm pretty sure that means Shikyle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there could be worse jobs.
Alright. Job's a job. I don't see why we shouldn't do it. Alright. Let's do this then.
Alright. As for his actual whereabouts, I would personally suggest that you go have a talk with me mate Grinweeder up by the Etherite, because she was the last one who saw him, and she might have his head in.
To start as any.
It's definitely one way to go.
Yep. All right. So, are you going to take Stelwyn's advice and head up to speak to Grim Reader first before you take any further action?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. So the four of you head up to Grim Reader and you're like, and she automatically says, oh, the captain sent you my way? Yeah?
Aye.
No, okay. So, nothing that passes through those gates escapes me notice because, you know, it's a good vantage point up here. But I saw our rabble and their rouser set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago. And they were singing to themselves about getting shit-faced drunk. And the cheeky sods said I should have joined them. I bet you they were hoping that I would come along, not just for freaking drink. If you get my meaning. Frankly, I told them that I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever pickled their frickin' brains. And I'm also not some kind of common wench. If you find the idle bastards, do me a favour. Give them a cuff round the ear, will ya?
Don't worry, we'll be doing more than that.
I have no doubt. But yeah, Woad Whisper Canyon. If you go down to the sky lift and hang a right, that's where the canyon is.
Thank you for the tip.
Okay. I assume that y'all are going to head on out. Are we being hit with a hydrate or anything? No.
No, I've just been.
Yeah. Okay. I'm I'm paranoid. Every time I see.
Already said that they're going to go and get food, so I think we're clear for at least another 20 minutes.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't die within those 20 minutes.
I mean, if y'all die within the next 20 minutes, you're all then my problem as far as getting you all set up and with new characters and shit. So yeah. I'll try not. Look, I'm getting a reputation for trying to kill people. This is not fun. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a tabletop roleplay game player character murderer thing person.
You left that lifestyle behind when we quit LARP.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I not fully quit LARP, but at least quit that LARP, that one LARP that we're talking about. But
Yeah,
I'm no longer a murderer. I'm not a murderer in that other one, though I am tied to criminal elements. So at least my character is in that cyberpunk LARP. Anyway, we could talk about Pulse and my hacker who's into the dark web another time. Okay. So I am right. I'm probably no doubt going to assume that y'all are going to hit the trail. And you was that a maybe, or was that a yes?
Before we do, I do kind of want to do a little bit more trading. You said there was somebody in town who had weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it might be a good idea for us to at least top up.
Okay. So, pretty sure if you look at the grounds of the fantasy, so far out of your supplies, you have 5 antidotes, 5 eye drops, 9 high potions. You have the 3 maces, which I think you traded in.
We no longer have those.
We
Yeah,
no
we
longer
gave
have
those
those.
to the farmers.
Yep, you did. Delete that. Yep. And 25 regular potions in your squad inventory.
Okay. What do we have available to get then?
Pretty much any of those things. If you want weapons or armor or anything like that, we can talk weapons and armor, but it probably will not be much better, if anything better than what you're currently wearing, because it's only a small town.
Mm-hmm.
So you really want, if you want the good stuff, you have to kind of head to Limpsa proper.
Are there any small knives, daggers type things?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will find out how much the merchant is selling those for in one moment. Because there are ways of finding that stuff out. Okay. And purchase weapons. You want to look at weapons, don't ya? Alright, daggers. Let's see. I got some regular old bronze daggers here. That'll do the trick.
That'll work.
It's 151 gil per dagger.
That is all I have. Wouldn't happen to be willing to trade rabbit skins, would you?
I mean, I'd be willing to try. How many rabbits going to you got?
17.
I will give you 1 dagger per 3 skins.
Alright. Nakemi just hands over 3 skins.
Okay. So make sure you put a dagger in your inventory. Just a regular old dagger, no +1s or anything fun like that, because we're not at that point yet. Is anyone else looking to buy weapons, armor, consumables?
I think I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good.
Okay. Shimi Akemi is good with the dagger.
Yep.
Okay. You've got plenty of stuff to take with you. You can head on out to the canyon. So again, because this is so close to Limpsa, I'm not going to make you roll random encounters or anything fun like that, because there are also yellow jacket checkpoints in the area, so nothing apart from what you've already faced. But you head over to the canyon, and you see one of, as you kind of descend down the sky lift, the big wooden kind of ramp structure that, because I'm going to do it with my hands. The part of the land you've been on so far is higher up. It's perched on a cliff, and then the canyon cuts it in two because of the calamity. And then there's a lower part of the land going towards the west. And the skylift is essentially a series of ramps and pulleys for hauling cargo.
Group hydrate.
Oh, who is it? Is it Rick?
No, it's Artie.
Here we go again.
Radio.
Okay. So posture jack and hydration. Where's my lemonade? There it is. Okay. So.
No posture with crochet.
I'm sorry. So the sky lift. You descend down the sky lift and you see one of Severin's boys just kind of sprawled out on the floor near it.
Is he like passed out drunk or something?
Oh no, he's not passed out.
Okay. Kemi gets over there, and how difficult would it be for Kemi to grab him like by the back of the shirt
Not at all.
and lift him up into the air?
Perfectly fine. No, not resisting because reasons. Alright! Let me go! What the hell's wrong with you, you bloody lizard?
Well, for starters, you're rude. And for a second, where's Severed?
Put me down and I'll tell ya.
Tell me, and I'll put you down nicely.
Oh, for 7 L's. Alright. Of all the... That bastard had done some slippery deeds in his time, I'll tell you, but this takes the cake. He was claiming to take us out for a drink, only lead into a bloody trap with the Serpent Reavers. No, it's no lower than that, frickin' beastmen worshippers. Now here's the thing, I'm a bit smarter than the average pirate, so I was a step ahead of him. But the other two, they ain't so lucky. I think you got to get them out of there. Those Serpent Reavers they mean business.
Alright. Kemi lets him go. Nicely. Not over the edge.
Not into the canyon. And he scrambles up and he starts running up the ramps to the higher part of the canyon to head back to Summerford.
Why do I get the feeling this is not going to be fun?
Because it's probably not. Then again, it depends on your definition of fun.
Hi, Donna. Yes, you chirp at me. So, based on what this fella just told you, hi, Donna. Goodness, kitty, you're a pest. And what you were told back at Summerford, if you hang a right at this point and head deeper into the canyon. You probably think you'll find Severin and the other two of his crew. Come on, Donna, come on. Hello, cat. Everybody say hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hello, Fuzzbutt.
Yes, little Fuzzbutt who's going to put a butt in my face.
Mine are passed out in the chair next to me.
Yeah, I wish this one was passed out, but she's here to play and cuddle.
Could always be worse.
Could always be worse.
You need to put a cat tree next to your desk.
I do. We'll give her some furniture around my desk.
Yeah. Like I said, it could always be worse. We have a cat here that the only time they'll come and interact with you is when they have gas.
Okay. Okay. So, are you heading deeper into the canyon?
Well, that's why we're here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you start heading up the winding path into the canyon, and you see the second of Severin's henchmen.
Does this one appear to be alive as well?
Oh, alive, but seems bruised and banged up. I don't need a mustache, thank you, Donna. You're live, cat. Oh, you don't want to look at the camera, do you? You come on, look at the camera. Have your 5 minutes of fame, puss.
Not that you can see her face, she's just a void.
Yep, she's the void. So, second henchman on the way up to the canyon. What do you want to do with this fella, if anything?
Kemi kind of taps him with their foot. You okay?
And he looks up at you and shakes his head. No. My axe might have been a white flag for all it good against the frickin' Reavers. Look, I hope you're gonna fare better. Otherwise, those two in there are done for. Severin and Sozarai. You need to get in there and get them out. Now.
We'll figure something out. You gonna make it back to town?
Yeah. Oh. And he gets up and starts limping away. It's clear he took a hit to the leg and is messed up, but he's running for it, or walking, hobbling for it.
He's limping for it.
Yes, it's only a flesh wound. Wait, did we get hit with another thing? No, okay. Because I have trouble right now. My arm is locked down by the cat. Boop.
I've got it over on the other screen. We'll let you know.
Yeah. The further in you go, I'll set the scene for you. There's been a bit of a rock slide recently at the end of the canyon by the waterfall. So there's some freshly fallen rocks. And you see 3 individuals, all Rogadin, with masks and different kinds of blue face paint / tattoos on their faces, with various kinds of weapons. brandished towards Severin. They haven't noticed you yet, but as you come up, you start to approach. Sozarai, the third of the henchmen, he's a Lalafell, kind of pulls at your leg. It's like, look, Severin got us into this mess, but I'm not gonna let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in his debt. Get him out of there. I'll be fine. Just get him out of there, and we'll be done with this.
Oh, we didn't come all this way for nothing, did we? Definitely not.
So, are you going to approach the group?
Probably.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Kemi can't do like sneaky sneak things, so they're going to do their best to look big and menacing.
The Reavers look at you, and then they look down at Severin. It's like, this one is a true knave, ain't you, Severin? Because you even betrayed yourself. And we were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you replaced the people you took. That was the agreement. Yet, your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. You were they who betrayed the Serpent Reavers twice, Severin, and you will not do a third time. And cowering behind your captain and these lugabouts ain't gonna save you, and it's gonna only delay the inevitable. You honourless wretch! Your life is all you have left, and worthless though it may be, we shall take it! I'll let you all react. Severin's just stunned there, sitting on the floor with these three advancing on him.
Don't really think that's yours to take.
Really?
Well, seeing as we were hired to bring him back, wouldn't exactly be fair if you got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
And who do you think you lot are when you're not interfering in Serpent Reaver business?
Just a bunch of random weirdos, I guess. Happen to luck into this position.
Uh-huh. Well, still, it don't solve the issue of you're over there and we're over here and he's right in front of us. And the moment he says that, the middle one who's been speaking to you, who's clearly the leader of some kind, raises his axe, but then there's another voice that booms out from somewhere in the canyon.
O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my cruel to command, that I may smite mine enemies.
I hope that worked, by the way.
It worked, but I couldn't hear it.
I couldn't understand anything.
No, I couldn't.
Okay, I will repeat it. I'm gonna hear myself while I do it.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's very deep. Okay, I'll take it slower this time.
We'll work on it.
O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies.
Was that better?
Yep.
So when I spoke American speed instead of British speed, it went perfectly fine. Okay, noted. I won't speak so fast next time. And with that, the moment you hear that deep booming voice coming out from across the canyon, you see all those rocks freshly created by the landslide start to come to life. And before you stands a rock golem. And the Reavers, they're acting like this was not part of them. Like, this was not part of their design. They weren't expecting a rock golem to turn up, because they've now all got their backs to Severin, who promptly gets up and runs past you towards where Sozarai is, and goes and hides. The golem promptly advances on the three Reavers, effortlessly knocks one of them into the canyon, the second against the wall, and then the leader of this little band of serpent Reavers charges at the golem with his axe and tries to swing it. But the golem, of course, being a rock golem, deflects the damn thing. He grabs the third guy. I say he, it. It grabs the third guy. Squish. And then tosses that one into the canyon, into the river flowing below. And then focuses its attention on you four. And that is where we will take our break for the night. So enjoy some lovely, lovely music while I prepare to murder our party here with Rock Golem. Be right back. There. Everything's unmuted. Pure, you're a curse. You said, oh, the moment you decide to get started, they've picked it up and they're on their way. I'm like, seven
That's not
hell.
curse, that's chaos. And
Yeah.
you know that's my shit.
Yep. Yes, I do. Okay. So, I'm going to... you lot aren't going to stream snipe, I hope. But for the players at home... Also, if anyone does stream snipe and tells this lot what they're fighting, or if they end up watching, which I think Pure might be.
I mean, I can't read it.
Okay. Okay. For anyone who might have that funny idea, I'm pretty sure Artemis might kick your backside out of the chat for stream sniping.
I'll just go to another tab.
Yeah. You might well go to another tab for this. Because until I have a map, we can start positioning y'all and stuff, which will probably happen when I get to the dungeon part of things. I've got to fix that one other thing because it's kind of showing up. Yep, there we go.
Wasn't Crayon supposed to be with us, even if their character wasn't?
Yes, I have their character sheet.
Yeah, we're still...
But
Go on.
I have yet to actually get it put into Fantasy Ground.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to roll initiative. I strongly suggest the three of you do as well, and we roll for Crayon and fit them in, because Cherry's actually here. We can't use Cherry as a substitute. So we'll have to... Someone will have to remind me, or I will have to remind myself, where they fit in the order. Menu, initiative for NPCs. Oh. Okay.
Low.
Permission to roll again?
You have inspiration.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of his other dice for that, because that one did not like us.
I'm pretty sure that Win had like 3 inspiration on.
Yeah, we're
Crayon.
gonna burn one because that was a nat 1.
Yeah.
On initiative?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got a nat 2.
Okay, so Crayon
might
gets
as well.
a 16.
That wasn't much better at 10.
Okay.
I got
Where does Crown fit in the order here?
alright. So Crayon got a 15 or a 16,
Okay.
and I didn't actually roll initiative, that was just a 20.
Okay, so
The right way. Okay. That fits a little better, I guess.
so Crayon is going after the rock golem. Got it. Okay. Well, first things first, because we've been doing the whole. Hey, we have a usage license, which I think we needed to turn back on in Streamlabs, by the way, so we don't get in trouble. Because I think Effie turned it off for Mistwalkers. But I'm gonna turn some of this on for the next hour and 30 minutes, I guess. Hopefully it's not too loud. Someone yell at me if it is. Okay.
Shit.
That is actually kind of loud. I gotta see if I can put it down even further. There, okay. Alright, Cherry, you're up first.
I'm going to... firebolt at the rock.
Sure.
I forgot to do the correct thing. My bad.
It's fine. Pretty sure that hits, but where is it? Oh yeah, that hits. That hits barely.
Got it.
That's another attack roll. That's not damage.
Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong thing. There it is.
Okay. And as you use a fire attack on this lovely golem, you see that some of its rocks become a bit unstable. Hello, Donna. Please swish around my legs and distract me from telling my players, maybe giving them a hint. The rocks become kind of unstable and look lava-like, but the golem doesn't seem to be adapting well to such a change. But that being said, it is the golem's turn, and the golem barrels straight. Oh God, here we go. Come to me, kitty. Come on. Don't just stare. She jumped off the table. I try to summon her into my arms to give her what she really wants, and she jumps off the table. Okay, anyway, the golem barrels straight towards Cherry because Firebolt just came out of the blue and hit it. And where are those things? That's a hit. It's a straight dice roll for this poor sod, and let's see what kind of nasty it does to you. It rolled max damage.
They're unconscious at the first hit.
Yeah, and there's still one more to go because multi-attack, bitches.
Well,
I kept that.
wasted.
I'm gonna swing at Akemi with a nat 20.
Of course.
For 12 points of damage.
They're on 2 HP.
Yep, it is.
Just keep an eye out because I'm sure a certain someone is gonna save you. Okay. With that in mind,
Cammy just got a second win.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Maybe 10.
Cherry is dying now.
We're not sorry.
Affy's more important than us.
Yes, that is true.
Yes. Okay, I have this sod memorized, so my GM refuel is here. So
Cammy rolled 2d10. That's their second win.
yeah. So grab the D10 and then right click it once to get the 2.
That didn't work. There we go.
And that's-
5.
And did Cherry get any healing back?
Artemis has not posted any.
Oh dear. Okay, noted. Right, Pure, I'm going to let you do Crayon while I go and get this stuff. Just tell me what your roll to hit.
Okay. Well, I think that hit. It was 17.
It hits.
Jerry, you just got a second win from Hempod.
Yep.
What's the site?
2d6. Plus,
Great
plus,
damage.
yeah, it's basically a great sword. So plus your strength modifier and plus proficiency. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Doing all of these ones with these actual dice, so.
yeah.
Jerry, roll 2d10s. You're right back to full.
Anyways, so if you add the strength mod, it's fuck, math. 11.
Okay. And that leads us straight into Akemi's turn.
Yep. So, of course, Akemi's very first thing that they're gonna do is use this.
Oh. Roll 2d10s, Akemi. You just got another second wind.
Okay. 10. Fully healed.
Okay, you're back to full.
Okay. Akemi's used Dark Side and going all Dark Knighty.
Yep. I'm trying to get it to do the thing where it attaches onto me. 'Cause I'm supposed to be able to.
It's
There, I
underneath
found it,
action.
yep.
There you
There we go. Alright. So, obviously, big fucking greatsword. We're gonna go ahead and. Okie dokie.
You hit it. And yep. Cool. Shikyle, you're up.
Shikayo is going to throw one of her chakrams up.
Okay. Damn, y'all are rolling well. Yep, that's it. There's a hit.
Alright.
Give me that sweet damage.
I have people within 5 feet of it that aren't incapacitated, and I used a ranged weapon. I get to add my flourish to it.
Go for it.
That are no longer incapacitated.
Nice.
And I got my, if I can find the button, that would help.
We just got pinged for a snack time.
There you go.
Okay, so now I have to do something.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically you guys get a whole bunch of food, but I don't. But someone hasn't told me what the chances of the mimic appearing is. So I guess
2d12 muffins to the corrective party. It will heal the
Yeah.
party en masse. We don't need those right now.
I'm going to hold those in reserve for when the party is messed up, and I'm also going to make a D100 check when the time comes to see if any of them are mimics. But yeah, Cherry, it's back round to you.
I'm gonna do Firebolt again.
Go for it.
Are you still within 5 feet of it?
It came in and
Or did it move on?
it came in and smacked Cherry. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
I mean, did they move off the whack at Kimmy?
no. Yeah. Wait, what? Did you all not go charging in to rescue Cherry?
No, they went charging in to hit the thing.
Yeah.
No, the rock golem hit Cherry and then hit a Kimmy. I'm not sure, like, were they right next to each other or was there a distance?
Oh no, yeah, Cherry's got there's a distance.
Okay, then
So-
Cherry should not need to impose disadvantage on the ranged attack then.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah. I figured. Yeah, that hits. Give me some damage. Just the 1 point of damage this time, but even though it's just the 1 point of damage, you see that lava thing kind of happen to it again, and it's acting unstable. That being said, it is my turn. And I actually need to make sure I put this little modifier on because of the whole unstable thing this time. Maybe I won't hit Cherry this time.
Is it?
No, I hit Cherry. Is it also? It's on all attack rolls, but let me check.
So it moved out of a Kimmy's range and the Cherry's range?
Yep. So for attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
For anybody who's next to it, and I guess that was a Kimmy and Crayon.
Yep.
Yep, because they both did physical attacks.
So you two need to take swings.
Cran got a 9.
That hits.
Okay.
It's big enough that it's easy to hit. Trust me.
Math. 10.
10. Okay.
Let me know when I should drop a Kemi's.
Yeah, go for a Kemi. I've added the damage.
Okay.
Hits.
Oh, it definitely hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits. Y'all are rolling really well without me having to do anything. I'm gonna have to take extreme measures here.
Another 15.
Or am I? I wink at the audience. Okay, so we're going to the second attack, and we're going to go with Cherry again because I got to roll the damage on the first one because I got interrupted. That's 6 points, and then Shikara's also at range, right?
I'm further away. There was a distance.
Yeah.
I would have moved further back because my chakrams have a range of
30.
max 60
Well,
feet.
no, 60, yeah. It's gonna go back towards. Let me think about this. Yeah,
So if it goes back towards him, is Cherry gonna punch it?
I mean, sure, why not? Hey, Cherry, can you punch the golem for me, please? Hit it with your cane. Just hit it with your blue mage cane.
I mean, I actually have a sword, but...
Yeah. Well, by all means, you can hit it. Hey, no one said the rock golem was smart.
box of rocks.
Exactly! So yeah, Cherry gets an attack of opportunity because it's leaving Cherry's threat range to go into Kemi's. So feel free to give it the sword.
Alright, give me 1 second. Sorry, my Wi-Fi glitched, so everything like closed down.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But we're good. We're all back up.
You're gonna melt its brain.
Attack of opportunity, this is probably a dumb question, but it works the same as a normal attack, right?
Yeah, normal attack.
Cool.
You crit.
Okay.
This golem is not having a good day.
Oh, it isn't. Okay. All right. So now we go into the golem's attack, and it's going to swing at Kemi. And miss. But you do notice now that it's starting to act irrationally, even more so than it was before. And it's starting to how can I put it? It was already mindless.
Going haywire.
It's going haywire now. Yes. So that being said, I'm going to put it down to Akemi, but I know it's Crayon's turn. So Crayon's turn to do some sivey.
Yep. That's a 4.
And that misses.
Okay. Which does bring us to Kemi. That is also 4.
But that hits.
Because greatsword.
Yeah.
Another 15.
Okay. And then we're down to Shikayo.
Going to. I'm going to use one of my dazzling dances to bonus action dash.
Okay.
To move in, throw my other chakram. That's a hit, I believe.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oop, almost forgot to apply my flourish. Although that is my second and last chakram on me at the moment, unless I pick them up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move back out of the way, because I had 70 feet of movement to work with there.
Yep. Okay, and that brings us back round to Cherry.
So I am going to firebolt again because it seems like the fire is doing something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yep, you hit him. And it still seems like it's been lavafied. Right, my turn. And first things first.
Extra crispy golem.
Nope, it seems to regain its composure, so to speak. I mean, it's a freaking rock golem. However, nah, might be okay. It's going to swing at the ones in melee range with it, so it's going to swing at Akemi. first. See how that goes, and
It doesn't.
miss. I don't have any enrages, do I?
Nope.
Nope.
Fucking goddamn audience screwing me over. I bet this is revenge for me screwing over them so many times. It's gonna take a second swing because multi attack.
Okay.
That
That
hits,
one hit.
and Kemi is gonna take 8 points of damage, and then we move on to Crayon.
Alright.
Put it like this: you need a 9 to hit this thing, just so you know.
He got an 8.
Nope.
What is their attack modifier?
Plus their proficiency, which is, I think it's a
what
plus
is
2.
their-
So if they rolled an 8 and it's their proficiency, yeah, that they hit. That's at
Okay.
least 10.
Okay.
So they do hit. So it's either 2 or 3 for Reaper. I can't quite remember, but because some of the classes have 2, some of them have 3.
Redeem the second win on whoever needs it. The one
That
who needs
would
it
be
most.
him.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
This,
Jerry's only.
well, okay, so
You're both an equivalent.
Yeah.
so
Posture
that
check.
let's. Okay, GM calling. Please let GM talk time. Okay, real quick. Okay. There's also the muffins to redeem, so I'm going to take care of that first because there's multiple people wounded, and if this cures the team, then we can worry about the second wind and whether we want to bank it or use it. But I got to check because this is not exactly 100% clear. Because I don't know if I have to roll that many times. Because it's 2d4 plus 2, so I'm assuming it's per muffin. So, yep, but there's a small chance they're actually mimics. So let me roll this. Okay. I'm just checking something. Come on. Oh, is it 2d12 for the muffins? Okay, that was 1. There's method in my madness here. Okay. Alright. So, the muffins. Someone tosses, so muffins rain from the gods. But say when Cherry goes to pick one and goes to eat one of these muffins real quick, it bites back. I gave it a 5% chance. I rolled a 97.
Just my luck.
Yeah. But thankfully, there are 3 different kinds of mimics in the system. Because then I rolled the 2d12. You got 12 muffins on the first roll, and 7 mimics on the second. So I am going to do what I should here. I can't. How do you?
How do you what?
So how do you roll it, each one's initiative separately? Because it's not letting me.
Yeah, I think you'd have to open their sheet and roll it individually.
Yeah. Oh wait, I can just do this. Or not. Yeah, that's right. I go into a fence and do this. Everyone say thank you to Afi or to Artemis. I don't know which one of you spent on the muffins, but we'll handle the healing in a second. I just want to get the initiative on these bastards done.
Pretty sure it was.
That was Afi.
That was Afi. You assume that maybe the voice, the weird voice that
That sounds like this.
is fucking with you.
Yeah,
That or
that's
Goku hit the muffin button and it's malfunctioned.
Okay. So there are 12 muffins, and they are 2d4 plus 2, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to add the plus 2 there, and we're going to. I will make a mental note of how many muffins you've got left. So why is it not showing me? Okay, maybe it's because I'm not rolling it on this. Right, 7. So Cherry is back at full after eating an actual muffin. I'll add 2 manually to this one. That's 10. So Akemi is also at full. There are 10 muffins left. Oh, no, that's no wounds. Okay, so who was the last to swing? No, that's it. Okay. So Crayon rolled and hit, and we did damage, right?
we didn't do damage.
Do the damage.
Okay, that would be a 7.
Okay. And then it is your turn.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
No, it definitely hits.
17.
Yep. Yeah, that golem is not looking good. But it's now Shikar's turn.
We can't see any of the mimics if you've revealed them.
There. You should be able to now.
Boy. Yep.
Fun, fun, fun!
Yeah.
Wearing ginger.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone hydrate.
My turn?
Yep.
Which is closer to me, the mimics or the golem?
The mimics are spread out, and there are definitely a couple close to you that are going to bite. If start biting this turn, this round.
I attack the closest mimic.
Sounds good. That'll be mimic number 6 on the tracker.
Give me a second. I have to find. There we are.
It hits. Yep. Go for it. And it goes poof.
Well, not quite.
Magic mimic.
Yep. But
And since I have to wait till next turn to draw my other scimitar, I'm going to do a disengage and move away from the mimics.
okay.
With my bonus action.
Yep. Right. You have how many stacks of dazzling dance are you allowed?
I can have up to 4. I get 1 for each time I attack.
Gotcha. Wicked. All right. Mimic time. And this one is definitely going to come at. Well, Shikar just disengaged, so it's going for Cherry as another ranged person, and it hits. And it does 2 points of acid damage. At the end of this, you can eat a muffin for free, or yeah, you can have a muffin. As the muffins are free actions, just say when you want to eat one. Second one's gonna go for Cherry and miss.
I just see the Bactair arguing of itself.
Why are you saying it serves me right for all the shenanigans? Like, what? Just making me summon more mimics, or the muffins, or both? Like, I don't deny that I've earned this, but you made me summon 7 more creatures to the field. Anyway, it's Cherry's turn. Cherry's turn, and only has 2 wounds. Cherry, if you want to use a muffin, it's a free action. You have 10 left.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a muffin.
Okay, I'll roll it for you.
Okay.
Cherry hits the muffin button.
It's 2d4, so I'll give you another one. 5. Yeah, you get you back up to max. You're fine. Okay, you have all these mimics and the rock golem to deal with.
I'm going to I think I'm just gonna swing my longsword at the closest mimic, which I guess is the one.
Number 4. Oh, yeah, yep. That would be number 1 or number 2 at the bottom of the tracker.
I will go after number 1.
Well, are we listing my crimes now? You miss, by the way. That being said, it's now. I have a rap sheet. I have a fucking Bactair rap sheet. No, hang on. I bet you mine is not as bad as fucking Agnes or Jez. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hard to top those 2.
Yeah.
Got war crimes listed on them.
Right. Right. The golem's going after a. Oh, I got to. No. I got to do something first. Nope. It's still got enough composure to not do bad things. Akemi.
Does
First.
it see the mimics as helpful, or is it just more things to squish?
No, it doesn't, because it's not gone berserk. That's what I'm rolling. I'm rolling to see whether it goes berserk, and it starts swinging at everything. But it's not. It's still under control of its creator somehow. The second one, I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. Same again. For fuck's sake, you goddamn Dark Knight tank! Okay.
Akemi's AC is fucking high.
Yeah. Right, next. The first mimic. And that one's going for Kemi. That hits! Why'd the fucking mimic hit, but not the goddamn fucking...
Akemi's busy with the big thing. You think he's gonna try and dodge a muffin?
Yes. That's 5 points of acid.
All of a sudden, Akemi gets bit in the butt from behind.
Doesn't get bitten a second time. Yet. Third one is going after...
What was that
Cherry.
Crayon's initiative?
Crayon is right before Akemi.
Yeah.
It's
I
16.
kn- They're at 16?
Yeah,
Yep,
so
so
now,
they-
so they are now up.
Okie pokey. I put away the wrong die. That's a nat 1.
You have inspiration.
Yeah, we're gonna burn an inspiration on that. Alright, and let's have Cran go after some of those mimics.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 6.
Including all the mods.
Oh, right, Muzz. So that's gonna make it, I think, an 11.
Yeah, that hits barely. If it's an 11, it hits. Somehow the mimics are smaller, so they're a bit more nimble compared to the freaking golem.
Okay, so die. Yes, I started crocheting dice bags, so Win said, make me some. So I have all his dice.
Anyway, while you're doing that, okay, so debatable due to my severity, and it's not a fair comparison to compare myself to Jer and Agni because they've been here longer. Really? So I'm public enemy. I'm back to enemy number 1, as far as all the chaos I've caused. Great. Dropping Ram's weapon twice, 2 sets of mimics. 2 sets of mimics, the TPK. Yeah, okay. And as well as all the cards, other cards. Go on.
So that's 10 points of damage to whichever mimic is closest to.
That would be number 4 because it's one of the ones that hit you. It's dead. It splats into a splatted muffin.
Dead Jim.
It's dead, Jim. Yep.
Alright.
Okay, and that was Crayon, so it's now back to me with the mimics. This one is going for Crayon. What's Crayon's AC?
15.
Nope. Misses. And that leads us to Akemi. Remember, to eat a muffin, it's a free action.
Yep, eating a muffin first.
Wait. Got it at the +2. And this time I remember to roll 2 of them. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're back at full. See, this muffin thing is really powerful at low levels. Anyway, you got 2 more turns of Dark Side.
Yep. Alright. We're gonna keep going after that golem.
Go for it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I know.
It's easy to
funny
hit.
watch it. 19.
How would you like to kill it?
So Akemi kind of focuses all of that necrotic energy from being in Dark Knight, all that darkness, onto their blade and a little bit past it. Aims for, cause it's basically a jumble of rocks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna aim for where the top half and the bottom half meet and just slice in 2.
And as you do that, you sever the connection, like you were slashing like a humanoid through the spine, and it just collapses into a pile of rocks.
Alright, 1 down. No, what the hell are these things?
Muffin mimics.
Was there a mimic close enough to if a golem fell on it?
Yes.
No. 50-50 chance on that one, I was going to say. Just missed it. That being said, hey Shikaya, you're up. There's a mimic number 7 is probably the closest in range or melee range for you because of the chakrams.
I have to pick up my chakrams first.
Yeah.
So, let's see, 15.
Yep. Give it some stabby. Yeah, it's gone. That's that one.
And how close is the next closest mimic?
You'd be able to move into melee range with it without incurring opportunity, because the others are focused on like the other three.
I'm just like trying to figure out what I want to do now.
Yeah, number 7. Number 7's in range of you. Put it that way. The others, 5, 3, and 2 are all focused on the others.
I'm going to be out moving away for a bit so that I don't get attacked.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Cool. Number 2 is going to go after our blue mage, because biting mages is always fun, except it misses. So that actually rolls it round to our blue mage. Go for it, Cherry. You saw the golem collapse, but there are still 4 of these muffin mimics.
Yeah, somebody go after number 2 with my sword.
Go for it. Yep. Give me some damage. And boom. Turns into a squash muffin. Number 5 is going to swing at you. And miss. Number 3 is going for a Kemi. And misses. Then it's Crayon's turn.
Right. Sorry, dealing with Liquid Cat.
I would say, yep, it hits.
Alright. Yeah, whichever one's closest. That is 12.
Yep.
So. Another one bites the dust.
Yep. Number 7 also goes after a Kemi and hits for a grand total of 2 points of damage.
Okay.
They bite you in the butt again.
Why? Oh, I didn't add that. Do you want to use one of the muffins before they disappear? Hey, look. Hey, look, it's gone because the bare minimum you can heal is 4. And you only had 2 points of damage. So, free muffin, you basically just wiped out that, and there's 8 muffins left.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and eat another one.
Okay. I already took the wounds off, assuming.
Yeah.
Alright, it is your turn, and there are 2 mimics left.
Woohoo! We're gonna go ahead and that is not the right thing. We're going after number 7. No, I don't.
You swung before.
Yeah. So, which one do you want to use?
I would use the first one because it was a valid roll.
Okay.
So give me a hit. I'll be nice on this occasion. Next time I'm taking the 1.
Alright, dead mimic.
Oh, it's absolutely splattered. You don't. Okay, because you're still in dark side mode, you vaporize this fucking mimic.
No, I think I just
And
dropped out at the end of that.
Use the last of it to atomize a mimic.
Basically, yes.
So because there is only 1 left, and there are 4 of you and 1 of it, and it's got AC 11, and it only has 7 hit points. I'm going to let you do the JoJo, or I don't know if it's JoJo Stomp or whatever anime that came from. But if you all want to stomp on this muffin mimic, by all means, you all tell me what you do to kill this thing individually. There's no hope. There's no hope. Not even if not even if someone fucking spends an enrage at this point. So, please tell me how you kill my mimic.
Damn it, that was almost a 20. At this point, I don't. Oh wait, I still have my second attack with my offhand.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna roll a lower die because Akemi's basically just gonna try and squish it with his foot.
While Shikao's swinging with the sword. That hits. Just don't roll shit.
2.
Well, I will see what Akemi. No, yeah, that mimic is dead, and then Akemi comes in and squishes it extra for good measure. Cherry, are you doing anything to this dead mimic?
I think Cherry has enough of dead mimics for right now.
Okay, good.
And knowing how Cran is, he's probably just watching going, y'all are fucking stupid. So.
Okay, I am going to DM Affy real quick because I know what I want to call this episode, and I want to I
March of the Mimics.
yeah, something like that.
Mimics and Masterminds.
No, you'll see. Episode title: March of the Muffin Mimics.
I was close. March of the Muffin Man. Invasion of the Mimics.
Do you
Yeah.
know the Muffin Man?
Great, we find out that's who summoned the golem, the Muffin Man.
Yeah.
The Muffin Man!
Next episode, we fight Gingy.
Yes. Yeah. Don't tempt me. I will find stats for Gingy, and if I can't find stats, I will make some, and you will have fight more bakery products. Anyway.
Who says that Stone Golem wasn't actually just Gingy in a power mech?
I hope someone's clipping some of this shit to put on the channel. Okay, right. I'm going to turn off our battle music. As much as I love the theme tracks from the game, and that's why we have the materials usage license, so I can actually use them without getting fucking copyright striked. Yeah, you have a pile of rocks and a whole bunch of squashed muffin mimics. You also still have like 9 perfectly fresh muffins. 7. You have like 7 muffins to eat.
And a cat butt.
And apparently there's a cat wandering around the canyon as well at this point.
Besides Gishido?
Yeah, speaking of, you okay, actually no, we'll do it this way. Based on okay, I'm gonna do something real quick before I do that.
Buddy, I love you, but the heating pad is on and you will burn yourself.
Yep.
I know it's delicious warmth, but you will
I'm
burn
gonna gather my chakrams.
Yeah, that'd be wise. Okay, I like that picture. I will go with that one. You hear the following words. You're not sure where yet, but I will read them nice and slow because of the voice changer.
That the golem could be vanquished. You four are no ordinary adventurers. And then he looks in the general actually, yeah.
Okay, at this point, I'd like you all to make perception checks. Cherry, can you make it with advantage for me, please? For reasons. I'm going to turn off the combat tracker because I don't need it anymore unless you do something crazy.
11.
Okay.
I probably failed that.
5!
You both fail that. Cherry gets advantage though because certain reasons.
Alright, and let's see.
I want to use my inspiration, but at the same time, I want to save at least one.
Yeah, next time I already boosted that golem's hit points to account for like Akemi's dark side nonsense. Next time I'm going to just like put it to 300 instead of 150.
Alright, and Cran got a 13.
Crayon. No, not quite. Okay.
No, the man behind the curtain.
Well, I mean, yeah. So. Cherry, because also you're all at +1 for these. So, yeah, remember because of the meal. So Cherry actually makes it barely, and Cherry, you look over by it's kind of like two rocks making like a little crevice in the canyon, and you see. I'm gonna send it to you in DM because yeah, because then you can tell the others what you see.
Okay.
In lieu of doing a cone of silence, if it would let me message you from the freaking voice thing profile. Oh, for crying out loud! Message. There we go. Except it's doing it in the whole thing. I'm gonna have to freeze the cameras for a second while I do this. For crying out loud, because
Well,
yeah,
2 cameras.
yeah.
Oh, no, this time we actually got her too.
Oh, good. Okay, we are actually going to switch back to roleplay gameplay, and I'm going to fix the cameras. That is not what I was trying to activate. There we go. We're back. Yeah. So check your DMs. That's what you saw before that individual turned into a puff of smoke, and y'all. No perception check needed for this one. Pass it. I'm going to say your passives are good enough. You hear footsteps coming up behind you, running, and you hear the sound of a very familiar voice saying the following. As the individual that Cherry has seen turns into smoke, essentially. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they do it. And Yestola comes up behind you, like, the snake slithered away. I'm just glad he didn't have the chance to sink his fangs deeper into you. And I will let Cherry have his moment of, hey, this is what I saw.
Yeah. So yeah, when Ishtola says like the snake's gotten away, she was like, "Did you mean the hooded guy that was like hidden back there?"
Yeah. Yes, that one.
Yeah. There was this guy, black robe, black hood, and he had like a red mask that covered like the top half of his face.
You see Yestola start to tap her temple, as if trying to think about the description you've given. But then all four of you start to feel very woozy all of a sudden. And you all clutch your heads as you start to have a flashback. And it's not just our crystal bearer right now. All four of you are having this vision. Just to be clear, so I don't have to put you in a cone of silence. Maybe it's a good reason for it. No, no one's hurt right now, but we might have emotional damage at some point. I don't know. Okay.
Emotional damage.
So you're as you kind of go into this first flashback, you see Yustola hiding behind a pillar in Limsa Lominsa in the upper decks near the aft castle, and she is spying on three individuals, two of whom you recognize as two of the pirates who got their backside splatted or knocked into the canyon. And the third one looks like he's more senior, like a captain. And they're discussing something. You can't hear what they're saying, but you can hear Yustola. And she says the following: those pirates don't look like any of the lone Laminsan factions. Who are they working for? Surely not the Beast Tribes. But their appearance coincides all too neatly with how much the Sahagin and the kobolds are acting up. Something's afoot, but what? Could it be that the tribes are... She stops. Oh no, they're not planning to summon the primals, are they? Oh, 12 help us. Limsa Lominsa would be hard for us to keep a single primal at bay, much less the Lord of Crags and the Lord of the Whirl. But all is yet speculation. I need evidence before I go to the Admiral. And then things get fuzzy for a second, and your perspective changes, and you feel like you travel back in time to the time of the calamity. And this time you see Yustola from 5 years ago, and she's looking up at the red moon Dalamud, and it's like the seas are continuing to rise, and Dalamud continues to fall, and ilm by ilm, which is inch by inch in Final Fantasy terms, the world falls more to chaos. It says Master Louis Soir foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of ether mutable. The boundary between the material and the ethereal has been blurred. Nothing, very, very little, stands between us and the primals. But we still have time. And hope shall ever be on our side. And then you zip forward in time to right before when you went into the Seasong Grotto and had to fight that Gubu. And there's Yustola with her new headset. So this is post-calamity. You're basically bouncing back and forward in time right now. I'm doing timey-wimey shit. So this is a few days ago. You're now looking at what happened a few days ago. And she's testing out the goggles. She's like, how soon the wonders of old Charlie and seem so commonplace. I never thought I'd be able to see Aoife. And then she looks over in a particular direction. There's a disturbance in the flow though. But where? From the grotto? Maybe? And then the timey-wimey bullshit ends, and all four of you are flat on your asses. And Yustola is like trying to run around and see to all of you. Also, yes, I've noticed that something is messed up, but we're getting close to the end of the session. Can the four of you walk? You're still with us, aren't you? You're muted. You're muted. You're hard muted.
I don't remember drinking that much.
I think you drink enough. Me too. I'm gonna puke.
Cherry, you seem to recall the last time this happened, they all made fun of you for it. They thought you were lying. Or they were at least in some degree of disbelief.
You guys believe me now about the last time I had like one of these visions?
Yes.
I could use a drink. She says as she pulls out a bottle.
No, I can assure you, this is no vision. It's me. Ishtola says. To answer your question, Cherry, no, I'm sorry. I know who you meant, but unfortunately that snake eluded me. I think I'll have to inform Commodore Rayner about what happened here. Are the four of you suitably recovered? I mean, and she looks at Shikyle, who is drinking their sorrows, or drinking their hurts, and it's like, are you sure that's wise?
They'll be fine.
Okay, I will take you at your word. Severin apprised me of everything that happened, and explained how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. The problem is they're mindless automatons. They don't do anything except when someone commands them to. Pirates can't... You saw it. Pirates can't cope to control such a creature. But then again, these are the Serpent Reavers. They're minions of the Sahagin. And they themselves are the servants of Leviathan, the Lord of the World, the Lord of the Seas. I will get to the bottom of what the Reavers are up to, but I need to get Severin back to the farm first. Oh, that reminds me. I don't recall if I introduced myself the last time, but my name is Yustola. And I'm a naturalist of sorts. I survey ether in the hope that I unlock some of the secrets of the world, of the star. And then Severin kind of hobbles up behind Yustola, and Yustola is a Mikote, just for those of you who didn't know or didn't remember. Severin comes up and says, I'd say I owe you my life, but I don't gather it. If it weren't for you, me and my friends would be dead and all. I said, I don't think I ain't gonna be able to repay this debt. But you know what? I'm not gonna run away. Don't worry, I ain't gonna run away. Y'all take me to Summerford and I'll face me consequences. And then Stola looks at all of you again, but her eyes linger particularly on Cherry. It's like, for reasons I don't understand, you seem... Forgive me. I need more time to get my thoughts together and come up with a better hypothesis. But right now I will take Severin back to the farm till our paths next cross. And she walks off with Severin next to her. It seems that she was probably doing some kind of conjuring or white magic on Severin, because of course he was wounded and now isn't. He's perfectly able to walk. So the four of you are just left with the results of this vision. A bunch of Muffin mimics have been squashed, and a bunch of rocks that were once a golem in the canyon.
You're telling me.
Got any more of that?
I got another 6 bottles.
Can I get one?
Just hands you a bottle.
Akemi doesn't even think twice. He pops the cork with his teeth and just downs it.
Terry just kind of shakes his head.
Unfortunately, there's no loot to speak of from the golem
Hey,
or
we got-
the Muffin mimics, but
I mean, we got rocks.
I was gonna say, what kind of rocks are they?
just rocks. They're not special rocks
Okay.
because they're no longer being etherically infused by the Masked Mage
Mhm.
that Cherry saw. But Cherry also didn't. Cherry also kind of explained what the Masked Mage looked like, but so
Said the
yeah.
fucker was hiding back there. Gestures in general area.
Yeah, he was just kind of. I only saw him for a minute, right before he, I think, teleported away. It looked different from like the teleports I've seen with Aetherites. It was black and like almost like a mist instead of a teleportation, but that's the only thing I could think it was.
Would any of us have recognized it?
Give me an Arcana check.
14.
Nope.
10.
Nope.
19.
19.
Grant for Jerry.
Cherry, of course. And oh, actually, I tell you what, Shikara, you actually would have because it's a +1. Clemmy still doesn't do it. I don't know about Crayon.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Would they have got an advantage as a Reaper or something?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
Okay, what would be the advantage?
You just roll twice, pick the highest.
Wait. Well, that's still fucking 13, so.
Still 13, still the highest, even with the +1 from breakfast.
Okay, so 14.
Then they don't have any bonus to their perception. Because I could have swore Crayon might have.
What is their int
Oh,
score?
no, I'm sorry. It is +3 to perception, but you said Arcana check, so.
Oh, Arcana, yeah.
Yeah,
Arcana
they don't
checks.
have Arcana.
Okay.
What is their int?
So their int is +3.
So yeah, actually,
The Arcana would be +3.
yeah.
Okay, but don't they have to have it?
No.
That's your to get the plus. That's your proficiency bonus added on. You always get your stat bonus added on.
Okay.
So
So in that case, it's like a 17.
yeah. So Crayon and Cherry and Shikyle. I will do this in order. Shikyle, you have heard talk of a space outside the star called the Void, and you think it's very much like the night sky. When you see the night sky, because the sun is set, you think you're looking out into the void. Crayon and Cherry, both of you also can figure that out. However, you two are also aware that there are creatures called Voicent who live in the void. But this did not look like this person did not look like a Voicent. But you definitely could tell that especially Crayon, even though Cherry rolled a bit better, but Crayon being a Reaper would know that that was void magic of some sort, and Cherry would cotton on that it was definitely a teleport of some kind. So putting you two together, this was a void teleport. This masked mage teleported into the void, into the night, essentially. If Shikai's ears are to be believed. Sorry, I know that was kind of a roundabout way, so I'll summarize for everyone else. You basically, with all the information you put together, you figure out that this, at the very least, this individual was some kind of void mage who teleported into the void, into nothingness, essentially, and yeah. And that's an exceptionally rare ability, and there's only one other kind of creature that can do that willingly outside of a Reaper, and that's Voidsent. And the reason Crayon can do it is because Crayon is bound to a Voidsent. So yeah. Do with that what you will.
So we're either dealing with Void Mommy or a Reaper attached to a Void Mommy.
We were dealing with void magic.
Yeah, but it definitely didn't look like void scent.
Another Reaper?
Maybe. Someone's crashing on Crane's turf.
Or are there any other kinds of mages that work with the void?
If anyone wants to try and answer that question, that would be a history check.
Nope. 2.
Alright, and one for... Alright, and Crane got a 14.
Okay. Cherry and Akemi, you know that black mages have the ability to use void magic. They don't typically. They tend to focus on the core elements. However, some black mages who lived in the city of Mahach, that's MHACH, is how to say that. I mean, it's just Hach or Mach, but I say Mahach because I can. Some of them specialized in void magic. But you also maybe know that that city was destroyed by Voidsent.
Could have been a black mage, but unlikely.
Most of the black mages that would have done that are long gone.
Yeah, but they've said that about a lot of things, including the thing that lived in the moon. I think you can't really take anything at face value these days.
Except your drunk ass. whatever it was, they're gone now. And we should probably start heading back.
Is there enough of the golem left for me to study?
Yes.
Cool. Can I take a minute to do that before we leave then?
Yeah.
Let me see.
While they're doing that, Akemi's gonna go over to the remains of one of the muffins and just kind of kick it around in the dirt.
You just see crumbs just kind of meld with the dirt.
Playing with the food.
I should have made that the freaking title of the episode, but I went with alliteration instead. Do you remember how, like, in the old days, sometimes when there were like Broadway plays, or no, plays in Britain, and they had like two titles for for their plays? It's like this title or this title. It's like The March of the Mimics or Playing with Your Food. But that's too long a title.
I mean, they did that with a lot of movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know why they did that. I'd have to look it up.
They joked inside the Spaceball movies. Spaceball 2, The Search for More Money.
Yeah, Affy and Artemis. Because I don't know which one of you's currently in control. Saying that title is way too long. The March of the Mimics is short enough.
March of the Muffin Mimics.
Yeah, March of the Muffin Mimics. So, are you using Libra?
I was going to, but I don't know if it's gonna be as useful as I was originally thinking. Because
No.
tell me if it's equal, superior, or inferior. Which, like, given that we're level 1, yeah.
Give me a second because I do want to look at something real quick for you. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have the compendium. There we go. I want to see what spells blue mages have, just real quick. For reasons. Come on, where are you? Sage. I've got to go all the way up to the top because it's blue major. That's astrologian, for crying out loud. Blue mage, there we go. Don't worry, I am just looking to see if there's anything really cool that makes sense. I'm going to do one final check to see what that one does. D&D. I'm going to do it in the thing I actually have access to. Spells. Because this is me now being on the fly. Okay, good. There we go. No, that's not what I thought it would be. Alas, I think. Oh yeah, actually. Okay, let's try that one. So, as you study the golem, and you study the traces of magic that the Masked Mage used, you, as a blue mage, start to kind of understand a bit more about how it was controlled. And at that point, you get the sense that if you were, you wouldn't, you're not skilled enough to control a golem by any means, but you do feel like that maybe you're on the first step on that path and you learn how to use the spell Mold Earth as a special blue mage thing. You get this cantrip permanently. You don't need it's not part of one of your links. So even if you switch your monster links out, you will always have Mold Earth available. That's a cantrip, so
Yeah.
you always have access to your cantrips. It's your monster links are your first level spells, but no matter what you do, you feel like you can mold the earth. And the details of that spell are in the chat in Fantasy Grounds, so you can see what it does. It has 3 main effects, but yeah, you feel like you know you've got a bit of idea of how the mage may have molded the rock and the earth to make it to manipulate it. Anyway, after that revelation, you all head back to Summerford, slow and steady, just in case. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure Y'shtola cleared the path, and so did the Yellow Jackets. And you return to the farm, and Staleworm is kind of standing there with his arms stretched up. It's like, I knew you'd come back. Y'shtola brought back Severin a little while ago, and the town's talking about your heroic deeds against that golem, and something about mimics looking like cupcakes or something.
Muffins. They were muffins.
Muffin mimics. Okay.
Yeah, that's a new one on me as well.
Anyway, the other 3 also managed to come back, and they all look scared as piss. And then Severin kind of comes up next to Stelwyn. It's like, look, no, this is my fault. I used to be one of the Serpent Reavers. And then you see Stelwyn look at Severus like a thrall to the Sahagin. 7 L's. Look, Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but Severin, they're nothing but the Sahagin slaves. And Severin responds, look, we're not much for laws, but there are things we don't do. Right? You know, Captain, that us pirates have a code, but the Reavers never followed it. A few years back, they started abducting, citizens, just regular old citizens off the street. I'd only just taken me over to the Reavers when our captain bent the knee to the frickin' Leviathan, and I had to get away. So I left, changed my name, and came and made this me home. But they tracked me down, and got back all the way to the sea, so that they came here. Problem is, the Reavers typically, look, the penalty for deserting the Reavers is death. But they gave me a way out. They would let me go if I turned in my mates. And that's what was in that letter. And I weren't bloody thinking. I was too busy soiling myself at the thought of them killing me. So I agreed to the plan. I agreed to the demands. And I was going to give them my mates. But it didn't turn out. And I went instead. I had a change of heart on the way there. And I went to offer him my head. And there's a pause so any of you can say your piece.
You're lucky he had a price on it.
At that point, Stale One speaks up. Look, you made the right decision in the end. Look, the men don't say much to me, but I heard how you stood up to them, and how you tried to give your life to save your mates. And Severus says, yeah, but the problem with that is, it might have been a good deed, but I was going to betray him in the first place, and that's unforgivable. So I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets and tell them everything. And I'm going to, if I have to serve time in the jail for it, so be it. And then Stale One's like, every man follows their own moral compass. You're not going to hear any argument from me. But that being said, I will have a word with me old mate Baderon, and I am very sure once he hears everything that happened here and how a certain group of adventurers came to the rescue and managed to save the town from being potentially smashed by a bleeding rock golem and some kind of masked mage and muffin mimics for that matter, I'm sure Baderon will put in a good word with the Yellow Jackets for you and have your sentence reduced. And here's the thing, lad. I'm hoping that once you get out or once your penance is paid, you come back here, because there's always going to be a place here for you. And then Severin nods silently before turning to the four of you. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. I mean, you don't need me to tell you how much trouble I've been. I owe, like I said to you back at the canyon, I owe you for a debt. That's going to be difficult to repay, but I will do it sometime. And Stelwyn then pipes up, yeah, and I owe you a dirt and all too. You lot have not let me down once since Baderon sent you here, from start to finish, from investigating that old grotto, all the way through to what just happened at the canyon. But I have one more favour, and it's a nice easy one. Do me a favour. Go back and tell Baderon what happened here, from start to finish. Tell him the entire bloody story. Make sure he puts in a good word for Severin, and I will make sure that I send a signed and stamped letter to the Yellow Jackets to corroborate the story. And honestly, safe travels to you. I'm pretty sure that's the town is safe for now, and we will handle things from here. Oh, absolutely. On the house. You four are always welcome here too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And for you, drunk kitty, Mikote person, booze is also, in fact, for all four of you, booze and meals are on the house. For all your help. So don't worry about feeding and drinking tonight. That's on me. Yes, including the high shelf stuff. And it's almost like Stelwyn looks at Shikai. Was like, yes, I read your mind. If you want the high quality stuff, you can have some of the high quality stuff.
You don't have to tell her twice. She starts walking towards the building.
And so the four of you have a merry old time, sort of celebrating. But there are lots of things unsolved so far. The Masked Mage and the flashbacks, why they keep happening, and there's still the matter of that crystal that Cherry keeps carrying around. But for now, the four of you get to have a night off and eat, drink, be merry, and get a good night's rest. Because something tells you your adventure's only just beginning. And you might be going to some new lands, or a new part of La Noscea soon. There's always need for adventurers. And with that little bit of spiel is where we're going to call it for the night. Still no level yet. We're not there yet. We'll get there. You're not that far off from the first milestone I've planned. But
The golem wasn't enough for level 2?
Nope. That was too easy. The golem was easy. The only person who went down was Cherry, and to be fair, Cherry is a glass cannon. Cherry is a mage, so of course poor Cherry's gonna go down if they get hit with physical. So, yeah, episode 4, March of the Mimic Muffins, or Muffin Mimics. I can't remember which one I told Effie, but either way, that'll be on your favourite podcasting service soon. And of course there'll be the VOD of this entire exchange. So, yes, we're going to be raiding Lich, the Liching Hour. We will be here, same time, same channel next week. But for now, it is goodbye from me, and goodbye from these fine people. And like I say, we are going to take it over to the Liching Hour because we support our friends. And Affy is also over there, so we're supporting Affy too. Even though Affy's got this long list of all my crimes, apparently. And, yeah. And to this time, I won't forget the outro. So, here we go, folks. Good night.